What is life in heaven like? Who is at the head of the heavens? Does God exist in the universe of Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss? What secrets does the head Seraphim hide? And how can one actually get into heaven?
This is the Baby Boom channel. Get comfortable, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and let's dive in. Let's go. Heaven, towering over hell, can be seen in the crimson skies of the Pride Ring, next to the hellish moon. Externally, it resembles a giant white sphere, or a moon, crowned with a halo. But if you look inside, an endless, clear sky is revealed, illuminated by radiant rays of light and rainbows. The landscape within is an infinite realm of enchanted clouds. Despite its outer shell, heaven can only be entered through portals that connect the worlds. It is impossible to fly there.
Heaven is a magical and carefree place that can only be found in one's dreams. It is a kingdom where everyone is equal, regardless of age, appearance, or character. An atmosphere of acceptance and respect for everyone reigns here, as every soul is unique and beautiful in its manifestations. In this joyful land, there is no place for worries, problems, or troubles. Souls spend their time enjoying simple joys, laughing, socializing, singing, and frolicking. From an architectural point of view, most heavenly structures have a fairy tale-like design that defies the laws of reality, often with asymmetrical elements. The streets and houses throughout heaven are paved in gold. The atmosphere of heaven is strikingly different from its counterpart, hell. While hell exists in eternal chaos and disorder, heaven radiates an aura of serenity, charm, and whimsy. Most of its inhabitants have a cheerful and warm-hearted nature, distinguished by their hospitality and playful disposition. They willingly sing and offer help at every opportunity, which sharply contrasts with the aggressive and rude inhabitants of hell. However, despite its virtues, heaven is not without its flaws. For example, its residents are unaware of the annual exterminations that take place in hell. Even powerful beings like the Seraphim Emily were shocked to learn of the existence of the exorcists. Some chose to ignore this information, even when Adam and Lut themselves revealed it. According to Sarah, the extermination is carried out to prevent a possible uprising from hell against heaven. Because of this, the population of hell has an extremely negative relationship with heaven and its inhabitants. It is suggested that hell has an overpopulation problem, which arises because people constantly commit so many bad deeds that they are sent there.
However, there are still many good people. Whether such a problem exists in heaven remains to be seen, but considering they send an entire army of exorcists to their certain death each year, they seem to have their own ways of solving this problem, under the guise of good intentions. Many sinners feel contempt for this kingdom, believing it sent the exorcists to destroy the inhabitants of the Pride Ring. Demons, in turn, hold angels in contempt for their purity and unwavering faith in humanity. Heaven has always been famous for its strict rules, according to which a single sin or misdeed committed during one's life was enough to condemn a person to eternal torment in hell, effectively barring them from heaven. This policy remained unchanged, regardless of how pious a person's life had been. Even the angels themselves don't know how one gets into heaven. To achieve this, one must believe they are a good person. However, the problem is that no one in hell believes they are good. Angel Dust initially ended up at the hotel not to atone for his sins, but to get free housing. But he later came to believe in Charlie's idea of redemption, which means not all is lost for him. Alistair claims that no demon in hell is capable of changing, and they have yet to find a soul who, upon arriving in this place, would question how and why they ended up there. There's a high probability that not everyone in hell is a drug addict, serial killer, or cannibal, which means the sorting into hell has a flaw. Or someone is deliberately preventing certain people from entering heaven under the pretext of its selectivity and exclusivity. Nevertheless, in the end, the hotel manages to save at least one sinner. And as we see, much of their therapy was aimed at helping them overcome their pathological self-esteem issues and discover compassion for themselves. Heaven turns out to be good, but deeply flawed. Most of heaven's population is honest, and their infrastructure is nearly perfect due to the absence of corruption in most of heavenly society.
But the main drawback is that the few angels who lie, cheat, and steal usually get away with it, and the population of heaven itself has a deep tendency to ignore problems that aren't directly in their path. That is, they simply turn a blind eye to everything and try to keep a low profile. The highest being in heaven is God, or a council of elders. In the history of heaven, we see the silhouettes of 6 imposing angels who condemn Lucifer's dreams, and they have distinctive halos. In the song More Than Anything, these 6 angels appear again as Lucifer laments that his attempts to fix sinners have failed, and now we see that they have characteristic symbols on their chests. Judging by their 6 wings and the context in which they appear, these are apparently the leaders of heaven. Next are the Seraphim. In Hazbin Hotel, we were introduced to Sarah, a kind, caring individual who protects the inhabitants of heaven, including Emily, for whom she is a mother figure. She takes her duties as a Seraphim seriously, including the annual extermination of sinners, despite her regrets and torment. However, Sarah shows negligence in managing the process, often delegating tasks to Adam and Luke without supervising their actions. This leads to the secret of the extermination being revealed when Charlie tries to seek justice in the heavenly court. Emily is another Seraphim introduced who supports Charlie's idea of redemption, and surprisingly, she is the only one in heaven who truly cares about all people, even those in hell. Next are the cherubs. In Helluva, we were shown Diri, who is in charge of the sins of other heaven inhabitants, as well as Colin, Cletus, and Kini, who represent the eponymous CHERUB agency, which is the heavenly equivalent of IMP. Unlike its hellish counterpart, CHERUB offers protection services for the living world. Their goal is to save people, while IMP's goal is the complete opposite, to kill people because someone wants them dead. Unlike IMP, CHERUB does not charge for its work, being a non-profit organization that does what it does because it believes it's the right thing to do. They, like imps, have their own separate part of the world where they live. Below them are the exorcists, led by Adam and Lut, then the winter souls, represented by Apostle Peter. When Sarah talks about divine judgment, it suggests that someone is responsible for where souls end up. At the end of the season, Serpentius becomes the first ascended demon transported to heaven right before Sarah and Emily's eyes. Perhaps getting it to heaven has always required a heroic sacrifice, or simply a selfless death. What we see in hell suggests that there are indeed souls willing to give their lives for a loved one, and the fact that Serpentius was the first to get into heaven no longer seems strange. But what if those who passed judgment on souls saw how Charlie and Emily criticized the rules and deemed them unfair? Regardless of whether the role of judge is secret and whether they participate in the angelic court or simply observe, they came to a consensus. Sending souls to hell and denying them the chance to enter heaven if they change is unfair, especially considering that someone like Adam can reach heaven. Their system still has complex and ambiguous rules that can cause problems for sinners who can't find a way to redemption or don't understand what they need to do. However, redemption is now possible. On the other hand, the fact that Serpentius became the first soul saved from hell is explained by the fact that no one believed in it until Charlie developed her sincere plan. For this to happen, faith and the possibility of salvation are necessary, as well as sincere repentance and personal growth from the sinner themselves. Of course, a more detailed exploration of heaven awaits us in the upcoming seasons of Hazbin Hotel and Helluva. Vivian has prepared something very interesting for us.
Write your theories about heaven in the comments. Support the video with a like and subscribe to my channel.